The fact that Mark Zuckerberg is talking about near-term challenges on revenue, but saying that they will return to stronger revenue growth, that sounds pretty optimistic.
It is, and I think if you look at the numbers, the constant currency number, even though it was 2%, it's a beat. And look at the impressions growth, 17%. That's pretty impressive. So that just goes to show that, people are spending time on Facebook properties because that's how, you're driving those impressions. Although it was offset by the ad pricing, which was down 18%. So we saw that yesterday from Alphabet, ad pricing was down 5%. So clearly there is some Apple IDFA impact baked in. Again, the guidance was so low and they had already guided to that impact. So clearly it's a better print than what a lot expected. To me, I think one other thing that stood out was the OpEx guidance. They lowered it further, the 85, even though it's $1 billion lower than their prior guidance. And that just goes to show that they're very serious about the cost cuts. Remember, we were talking about, how Alphabet's costs are out of control, and they are now trying to lower it. In the case of Meta, they probably started it a quarter earlier, and that's what it's reflected.
Mandeep, shares down about 7.6% in the after hours right now. They were higher as much as 7% just a few minutes ago after the company reported. Investors continue to pour over these numbers. I want to go to Reality Labs here because this is the pivot for the company. Reality Labs revenue coming in short of expectation, then operating loss for Reality Labs coming in larger than expected. How should investors read into where the company is when it comes to this pivot so far? Because yes, we're talking online ads here, and that's certainly important, but the company said it's going all in when it comes to the metaverse.
Yes, but look, I mean, it definitely doesn't contribute to the top line, and we see that, the Reality Labs number, top line number, even though it's small, it missed expectations. And look, no one is buying virtual reality headsets right now if we're talking about a slowing economic environment. So clearly, I think those losses are kind of making the investors nervous in terms of how long they are going to continue. And from a Meta perspective, they really should curtail back on the longer-term initiatives here. Clearly, they have, tried to stabilize the core business, which is what we see in the numbers. But as long as they keep losing money, $3 billion on Reality Labs, that's going to definitely spook investors.